This video is sponsored by you. Nobody else. No, I don't. You should see my inbox. Sponsorship. No, not on Leave Reacts. Not here. You guys make this ship run, and I appreciate it very much. If you'd like to join our Patreon and want to get a free request like the video you're about to see right here, join the $30 tier up. You can also send it in via PayPal or send a donation if you're feeling generous. It's up to you. But yeah, you guys keep this a hawk-free zone, and I hope to keep it that way because yeah, that's the only way the ship runs is you guys. So thank you very much. This video goes out to you. See you later. Well, apparently, this album was the last thing that Tom Petty worked on before he passed away in 2017. It's called 2, the album, and the band is called Mudcrutch. Let's go. Hi, guys. Welcome to Leave Reacts. Hope everyone's having a good day. I know I am kind of doing this a little late tonight just because it's Halloween night as I'm recording this, and we had a very long night trick-or-treating, and the girls loved it. Had a great time. So listen to some music. Hopefully everyone enjoys what we played today. I'm trying to do a little short tracks so I don't have too much of a late night. I was up till 4 a.m. yesterday, so let's try and not do that tonight. The track is called I Forgive It All. It came out in 2016. There's a video that goes for it. I think Anthony Hopkins is in it. I think I saw him in the thumbnail. I could be wrong though. I don't know. This is a request from our patron Rich. Thank you, Rich. I appreciate you and your support, my friend. And I don't know if you gave me a different song for the other request since it didn't work out. If you did, just message it to me. I'll do it sometime this month. All right, Mudcrutch, I Forgive It All. 3, 2, 1, go. Don't forget to like and subscribe and watch it all the way to the end if you can.
Hello, children. Supper's ready. Daisy. I'm still hungry, Mom. I'm still hungry, Mom. Oh, that's all right. I was only fooling.
How times change. Yep.
Take my
Completely
horse
new.
down to the water, let him graze a while. Take my horse down to the water, let him graze a while. I have not been down these roads since I was a child. I ain't broke and I ain't hungry, but I'm close enough to care. I ain't broke and I ain't hungry, but I'm close enough to care.
I hear that, bro. I hear that.
Send my things to my niece Laura, she'll keep 'em for me there. I forgive it all. I forgive it all. With her.
Uh-oh. What's he gonna
I
do?
forgive it all.
I love Tom's voice, man. I know not everybody does, but I love
Ain't
it.
no money in this deal.
Took me a minute, but I do.
I just tag along. There ain't no money in this deal. I just tag along. Some things I feel right, somebody else thinks wrong. I forgive it all. I forgive it all. With her,
Same time.
I forgive it all.
I hope he's not gonna do it. I think he's gonna do it.
make 'em, that ain't gonna change. There ain't nothing you can do, nothing you can rearrange. But I forgive it all, I forgive it all. With her, I forgive it all. With her, I forgive it all.
Whew. That was a heavy one. Oh, man. Well, you don't get Anthony Hopkins for no reason, and especially not for a bad song. How fitting that that was Tom's final work. Did he know? Like, did he know was he like terminally ill or something? Or it's kind of, I don't know. It's like Bowie writing Black Star almost, you know. It's eerie, like, seeing it afterwards, because there's a lot of artists that, you know, it's almost like they knew it was coming, and like you could see it in like their last work or even the last couple albums, you know, like there's always these little hints or clues. There was stuff with Hendrix, stuff with Jim Morrison, Janis Joplin, you know what I mean? Like there's always these little hints, or that's just hindsight and we're seeing things, you know, because they're gone, you know, it could be either or, you know. But sometimes there is correlation between things, and you never know. And like I always say, I feel like we don't know shit, especially about ourselves and our conscious and like what we really are and what actually happens and stuff. I think we all have it all kind of ass backwards, and I don't think we're ever really gonna figure it out, you know. And if someone has figured it out, they ain't gonna share with you, and they're not gonna share with me either. They're gonna keep it to themselves, you know. All the stuff you see on the internet, I've kind of figured that out, that, you know, the truth might be right in your face. You wouldn't even know it. There's so much information out there. They could easily throw out what's actually going on around here, you know. And when I say that, just in reality in general, you know, in time, it just marches on and on and on. And eventually we're all going to be forgotten. Me included, you included, you know, everybody. There's a very, very, very select few people that can live, you know, 1,000 years or even 100 years, maybe 2, after their death. Of course, there's heroes that, you know, get their names in books and stuff, and there's authors and artists, famous people. They get remembered for a while, but even then, there's celebrities from the 1920s. No one, you know what I'm saying? No one remembers them. That was just 100 years ago. There's some, I think, like Charlie Chaplin and stuff like that. Like, there's probably a couple of them. Was the Marx Brothers around then? Like, there's a few. But that's it, you know what I mean? At least from my perspective. And, you know, I'm younger, but it's unforgiving, bro. It doesn't matter how popular, how cool, or anything like that. You're gonna be forgotten no matter what. And it's just it's an acceptance thing, you know. You gotta accept that. It's like you gotta accept that, you know, you're gonna perish one day. It's a tres mortes or whatever, the 3 deaths or whatever. You know, I always talk about. Always forget the second one. The first one's when you die, and the last one's the last time your name's spoken. And that's when you finally move on, you know? And that kind of makes you think, do you want to be remembered, or do you want to be forgotten as quickly as possible so you can move on as quickly as possible to the next life or whatever awaits us afterwards? And I only ponder these things just because Tom and his untimely passing after this album. And that was a wonderful song. And an even more touching video. It almost shows how unforgiving time is, but it almost comforts you in a way that it's going to be fine without you. It's going to keep going. Things are going to keep running, hopefully, you know, after we're gone. The earth is going to keep spinning. But our little lives, they seem so insignificant in the grand scheme of things. But when it comes down to it, too, even our tiny little lives, even the tiniest little decision that you could have made today to go left or to go right could have been one of the most monumental decisions in history. And you just don't know it yet, you know, because that happened with me and my kids, you know. There's a lot of things that went into them being born, like Danica being born. Like, it's creepy. It's very. I would maybe one day I'll make a video about it. Every last little thing that went into her being born, it's astronomical odds. Like, it's impossible sort of odds, and it's crazy. And I'm glad to be here with her and them. You know. So sorry to kind of ponder for a minute there, but existence and reality and time, all that. I love talking about stuff like that. I don't get to talk about that in every video, and just because of what happened to Tom. It's inspired a little bit of chat right there. And no matter what, like I said, everything's going to keep on spinning. It's going to be okay, and we're here for a little amount of time. Make use of it. Help somebody. That helps yourself. Mudcrutch 2 came out in 2016. It was the last recorded studio album. It sold 33,000 copies in its first week. It entered the Billboard charts at number 10. And of course, I think after Tom passed away, I think it's got some more sales as well. The artists on this, Mike Campbell on guitar, Tom Ledon on guitar, Randall Marsh on drums, Tom Petty on guitar and vocals, and then Benmont Tench on the mellotron, organ, piano. I think that's mostly all I heard there was Benmont and Tom. If I missed it, it's probably because I was watching the video with Anthony Hopkins, who beautifully acted that. I mean, he completely sold that to me. I was completely engrossed in that, and I almost got emotional, bro, because I miss my grandpa. I really, really do. And I don't know, just seeing older people lonely and stuff like that, it kind of really hurts me because I never I left my grandpa alone after a while, unfortunately, because I moved on to better things, quote unquote, and I kind of just left him there, and I feel really bad about it. But I know that he knows that I know that he knows that it's all good now, so it's fine. Sometimes I swear I feel his presence sometimes, and my dad, just randomly, I'll just be walking, or I'll be thinking about them, and bam, it's so weird. So yeah, I honestly, Tom's vocals, they were heart-wrenching, and I do forgive it all, because you kind of have to. You're gonna leave this life no matter what. You might as well go out with no petty bullshit. And the way he kind of erupted at the end there, it's like he was just like walking through life and all that stuff building on him. He walked past that lady in the stairwell. He looked back at her and he kept walking. It's almost like she was a figment of his imagination or something. And all these people he passed by on the street, and they all must have some kind of significance because he left his keys in the car door. Like, I thought he was gonna KYS, or KHS, you know what I mean? And Shmoo aside, but he didn't. He just sort of sat there and started yelling. So hey, at least he didn't do that. So I guess that's where my head's at. But I think, yeah, he did a wonderful job there. And Tom's vocals are just heart-wrenching. The guitar was beautiful, just the acoustic, and it was wonderful. And then like the light layering of the mellotron or the organ or whatever there towards the end, it was beautiful, man. That was a heartfelt goodbye almost, in a way. And it's so weird that he wrote that not even knowing, unless he did know. If he did, then wow, that's crazy. But if you guys have any other tracks by this band that you think I'd like, leave it down below. Because I just got into Tom recently on the channel. We've done a couple videos for him, and I really enjoy his work. So thank you again, Rich. That was great. Great pick. Inspired some good talk, and that's all you can ask for. Great music, good talk, and my chucklehead ass leaving before 15 minutes. So you can go about your day, right? All right. See you later, y'all.